Akum was a beautiful young lady, known throughout her village for her long, flowing hair and her fair, smooth skin that shines under the Biafran sun. She was a daughter from Igbo land, born into a family of Iringa the strong man, but she carried herself with grace and elegance that made her stand out among all the maidens in her village. Her beauty was the kind that took one's breath away, and wherever she went, heads turned. From the moment she could walk, Akum had a special connection to the water. The stream that flowed through the village was her favorite place to play as a child, and she would spend hours by its banks, dipping her feet into the cool, flowing water, lost in daydreams. It was as if the water spoke to her, calling her, soothing her in ways that no one else could understand. As she grew older, many suitors came to ask for Akum hand in marriage. Young men from far and wide would bring gifts to her family, hoping to win her love, but none could capture her heart. Akum would smile politely and turn them away. Her parents often wondered why their daughter, who had everything she could ever need in life, was not interested in marriage like the other girls her age. What no one knew was that Akum was waiting for someone special. Deep in her heart, she felt a love so powerful, so strong, that it could not be explained by earthly means. And though she had never spoken of it to anyone, she knew her true love lived not on land, but beneath the sea. In the quiet of the night, Akum would sometimes hear whispers in her dreams, soft, tender voices that called out her name from the depths of the ocean. And in those dreams, she would see a man, a tall, handsome man with eyes like the darkest water. His name was Chijioke, and he was no ordinary man. He was a spiritual being, a man who lived under the sea, in a realm beyond the understanding of ordinary people. One day, as Akum walked by the village stream, she saw something strange. The water, which had always been calm and clear, began to shimmer as if it were alive. From the depths, a figure slowly emerged, and there he stood, Chijioke, just as she had seen him in her dreams. He was even more handsome in real life, with a powerful presence that made the very air around him feel heavy with mystery. "I have waited for you," Chijioke said, his voice soft but filled with ins. Akum's heart pounded in her chest. She knew, in that moment, that she was staring into the eyes of her destiny. Without hesitation, she stepped forward, and as she did, Chijioke reached out and gently took her hand. The world around them seemed to fade away as the two souls finally came together, bound by a love that transcended both time and space. "I have come to take you with me, to live with me under the sea," Chijioke whispered. "But there is a condition. You must leave behind the life you know and come with me willingly. If you choose to stay, I will disappear forever." Akum hesitated for only a moment. Her family, her friends, the life she had known, she loved them all. But this was something greater. Her heart belonged to Chijioke, and she knew that wherever he was, she would follow. "I will come with you," she said softly, her voice full of love. And just like that, the two of them disappeared beneath the water, into the mystical world that existed beneath the waves. Life under the sea was unlike anything Akum had ever known. It was a world of beauty and magic, filled with colors and creatures that could only be found in dreams. Chijioke, who ruled this underwater realm, showered her with love and affection. He built her a palace made of shimmering seashells, and every day, she was adorned with the finest pearls and jewels that the ocean could offer. For years, they lived in happiness and peace. Akum had everything she could ever desire: wealth, beauty, and the love of a man who worshipped the ground she walked on. But as time passed, she began to feel a longing in her heart. She missed the land, her family, and the life she had left behind. Chijioke, sensing her sadness, told her that she could visit her family if she wished, but there was one rule: she must return to him by sunset on the third day. If she did not, she would never be able to return to the sea, and their love would be lost forever. Akum agreed and, with a heavy heart, returned to her village. Her family was overjoyed to see her again, for they had thought she was lost forever. For 3 days, she lived among them, enjoying the warmth of their love and the beauty of the land. But as the third day came to a close, Akum knew it was time to leave. However, something unexpected happened. While walking through the village, she met a young man named Obinna. He was kind, gentle, and full of life, and there was something about him that drew Akum in. Though her heart belonged to Chijioke, she could not deny the connection she felt with Obinna. As the sun began to set, Akum found herself torn between two worlds. She loved Chijioke deeply, but Obinna had awakened something in her that she had not felt in years, a love that was simple, pure, and human. In the end, Akum made a choice. She decided to stay with Obinna, knowing that it would mean the end of her life with Chijioke. The sun set, and with it, her connection to the sea was severed forever. For a time, Akum lived a happy life with Obinna. They married, and together they built a life full of love and joy. But as the years passed, Akum began to grow weak. Her long, beautiful hair began to thin, and her fair skin lost its glow. She knew, deep down, that her decision to stay on land had come at a price. One evening, as she lay in Obinna's arms, Akum felt her strength slipping away. She looked into his eyes, filled with love, and whispered, "I have loved you with all my heart, but I belong to another world." With those words, Akum closed her eyes for the last time, her heart full of love, but her body weary from the price she had paid. She had chosen to live and love as a human, but her soul would always belong to the sea. Obinna held her close, his tears falling onto her face, but he knew that she was at peace. She had lived her life in love, and in the end, that was all that mattered. Though Akum's body rested on land, her spirit returned to the ocean, where she would be reunited with Chijioke in the realm beneath the waves. There, their love would live on, eternal and unbroken, even as the tides of life and death came and went. And so, Akum's story ended in love, both on land and in the sea, her heart forever bound to the two men she loved, in two words that would forever remember her.